Live. We're
Here
live.
we are, yeah! Woo! Woo!
Okay, real quick. I'm going to check to see if we've been demonetized yet.
Oh shoot, yeah. Dude, even the title has nothing controversial in it.
I'm just checking because it's possible.
Nope, I'm
No,
good. I'm
I'm
good.
good still. I'm good
What,
still.
what they do, if you guys don't know how YouTube works, is they'll literally demonetize it in the time you actually get views, and then like
Yep.
7 days later they'll be like, "Oops, we were wrong," and they do it every single time. Every
Yeah.
time, never fails. It's like, dude, just give me the like. You can take it, demonetize it after 7 days.
Yeah.
But they will literally be like, "Nah, we're gonna take away," and they do that on purpose because we have.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've had one in the past like year that wasn't appealed and we won. One. Oh, he's got the Gliffy.
Yeah. I just got done with a nice workout.
Did you go to Sprouts afterwards and pick up your planta?
I have not gone to Sprouts. We are probably going this weekend though to pick up Quanta.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great seeing it there. They got it at the perfect eye level. Whew.
Yeah, and for those of you that are just joining, No Morbidity and Alchemy will also be in Sprouts come February.
Yeah, we got Nectar, No Morbidity, Alchemy, and Kinetic. Yep,
Ooh.
yep. Man, that sales guy for Ambrosia is crushing it this month.
He is just smashing it, dude.
I should've just-
You guys should give that guy a raise. You should at
Bro.
least give him a handy or something like that.
Bro, here's the deal. Like, I should have like foregone all equity, all stocks, all salary, and just gone on commission. Like, I would have been crushing it. I would have retired. I would have been like, nope, I just
shit.
want a flat commission, just standard industry rate. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
no
go.
kidding.
But no,
No
it's
kidding.
good. It's good. I got that equity. Equity is the greatest thing ever. Like, nah, we'll pay you later. We'll pay you later.
So how was your New Year's, by the way?
It was great. I stayed up till 10:05, which is 5 minutes later than I thought I'd last. We went to the Music City Bowl. Preston
Sweet.
team was kind of honored at midfield for being the champions, and I got to go with them because I was a coach. It was really
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It was a good experience, and yeah, it was good. How about you?
Mine was, dude. We actually stayed up till midnight this year,
Oh,
but we were watching Suits. We were watching the Netflix show Suits, just to be
okay.
honest. So
My wife would have
we-
fallen asleep in the first 10 minutes of that.
we didn't watch the ball drop. I'm not interested in watching any of these famous people talk no more.
No,
Are you feeling that way?
Except for Matthew Marsden, that's about it. I just want to hear him. And but he's famous, right? We consider him famous.
He's famous, but they're trying to take it away from him. So
Yeah, you know what? But he'll always like be famous for the real ones. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have the respect and admiration of the real ones than just a bunch of fake people, right? Like Swifties. Swifties need to be like, if you're a male and you're a Swiftie, you're not a male. You're just not.
No.
You don't even need a sex change. You have a vagina.
yeah, you got a vag. You'll be there for it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there's
Bro,
no doubt about it.
I just gave up because what really got me though was Jimmy Kimmel, because he's literally the guy from the Man Show who wore
God.
blackface as Karl Malone and was sexist and talk about women jumping on trampolines, and the government even bought him. Yet his co-host Adam Carolla is based AF. Yet I think
Yeah.
they're still friends, if I'm not mistaken. So
I don't know.
it's
I don't
really
know if
weird.
they're still friends, but I can tell you, like Jimmy Kimmel. Like here's how I look at it, people. Like
The list.
the list came out.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers thing. So Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee show, and Aaron Rodgers is like, yeah, that list came out. And he's like, Jimmy Kimmel's not going to be too happy about it. And Jimmy Kimmel threatens legal action. You can't sue over that if you're a celebrity, dude. Like you
No.
can, but Aaron Rodgers has deeper pockets than Jimmy Kimmel. Aaron Rodgers has that NFL money. Best
Yeah.
quarterback, arguably top 10 quarterback in the history of the league money. Good luck suing Aaron Rodgers, dummy.
No shit. Not to mention that, but like you'd have to prove there was no basis on it. And he didn't say he was on the list. The way Rogers presented it is like he's going to be upset. Well, there's a bunch of Jimmy Kimmel's friends that are at least going to be on that list.
Oh
So
my
why wouldn't he be
goodness.
upset about it? You know? I
Have
mean, for
you
those of
read
that-
some of the stuff? Like what
Yeah.
this is like not human stuff. This Epstein, this is monster level stuff. This is like beyond depravity. This is so disgusting. And a president of the United States, Bill Clinton, is like the guy. Like he likes him young, they said, right?
Yeah. I think the hardest part for me about this is like, I mean, you know that I've been pretty animate in the last like 4 or 5 years about getting like if we don't have the list, we don't have anything. Like it shows objective corruption by our government to protect these people. And here's the thing: it's still happening because they're going to release the list to us. You know what's going to happen? Nothing unless the people do it. Like these people are. These people would already be charged. Like the government, the officials know who these people are. We just don't, right?
What can we do though? We can't have public executions on our own. I mean, I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying what cannot be done. So I'm saying what cannot be done. We can't have, I don't think we should have that because there's a lot of false imprisonments. I am the anti-death penalty guy here. Okay, guys. So I am the guy who's like, no, we can't do that. But, if the laws of justice, I mean, if you look at what they did to, what was he, the leader of like the Black Republicans, and he literally was set up, and they were going to kill. As Cernovich posted about this, like the FBI went in, this Jack Smith's like his minions went in, and they wanted every reason to kill this guy. Like they are literally like the government is coming after the citizens who disagree with them. Yeah. It's a scary situation. We need to vote for whoever's not Joe Biden and not on the left, because guess what? They're going to come after you guys. Like if you think, it's fine. I'm on the left. Dude, look what they're doing to their own. Like the left is eating their own. Like it is crazy. Yeah. But the Republicans are stupid. They do nothing and they're spineless. But I like that. At least they're not imprisoning political enemies.
I really think in the last 2 weeks, we've talked about this too, but I've done a couple other videos. The Republicans want to lose. Like, what's wrong with you people? Like, I mean,
easiest win ever. It's a slam. It's a layup. It is a John Stockton passed you the ball, and there's nobody around because he's fucking John Stockton.
Right.
And you're like, oh, he did one of those behind the back ones, and you're sitting there. You have an easy layup, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and run back to the 3-point line and try and shoot one. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
No shit. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't care. Like, because both Marc's a libertarian, I'm a constitutionalist. Neither of us are really Republicans. We both voted Republican last time, and I'm going to vote Republican this time because I'm not stupid. But here's everybody in the audience. If you don't want to be enslaved, raise your hand. Think about who all that covers, because that should be the unifying issue. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you want to remain free fucking people? We're not even really free people now, but do you want freedom or do you want enslavement? Because if you can't rally around that, like, okay, I may not totally agree with these people, but they want their freedom, I want my freedom, we can get along. If you can't do that, you're not serious. And Republicans have spent most of the last 2 fucking weeks, like literally the last 2 fucking weeks, arguing about boobs. Like
Isabella's boobs.
Yeah, like
she has great boobs.
Yeah, of course.
They're nice. They're nice boobs. I like boobs. I like them.
Between her boobs and the calendar from previous, they're just showing women, like the Republican establishment is basically showing women that if you don't fall into this narrow, have bar babies, be in the fucking kitchen, know your place shit, they're showing these people that if you don't fit into that narrow thing, they hate you. And that's not the way to actually garner wins in politics. Like they have such a narrow view of what is acceptable that they're willing to like actually piss people off that would vote with them. Like you're not giving these women any reason to vote with you at all. Yeah. And it's so arbitrary. Like let's get along on like the topics that matter. Let's punish everybody on Epstein's list. Let's make sure that the border's closed. Let's stop sending money to other fucking countries. Let's focus on the mental health crisis and the physical health crisis we have in our country. And then if you guys want to argue about, like why I shouldn't be able to say he when the person wants to be called them, then we can argue about that shit. But we're going to have to remain free people before we first. Like we have to remain free as people. And the Republicans just want to lose, bro. I mean, I challenge anybody in the comments section or anybody that wants to send me a message to tell me how you think they're actually trying to fucking win. because they're not actually trying to fucking win. It's insane.
No, and libertarians, you talk about not wanting to win. It's
No
like
shit.
libertarians find a way to polarize everybody. I'm like, guys, like the lowest hanging fruit for libertarians are conservatives who aren't overly religious. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, so you don't like the religious? Oh, cool, man. We basically like freedom. We like guns, and we're about keeping your money. Oh,
Yep.
cool. But libertarians find a way to like, oh, by the way, we don't like cops. And then wait, hold on. What? Yeah. And then they go extreme. It's like everybody's dumb. Like every one of these people need a marketing agency where they're able to reach out. Vivek has done a great job. Yep. He literally invites protesters into his rallies. You see that?
Yep.
Guy's amazing. He's him. Like, I hope he's real because he is so perfect. He's like God created this perfect person to run who says everything I believe in and can talk. Like he is like, he has the he can articulate. I can't articulate. He can articulate like Barack Obama, but he has the political views of like Ron Paul.
Yeah.
And he's not, and he's a good looking young guy, and he's a genius. He's a self-made millionaire. And I'm like, wait a second. How the fuck is he only at 20%?
Right. I mean, I find it like, I also personally think that it's because he's not Trump. And there are certain people that have tied themselves to Trump so hard.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I have too. Because here's the thing. He's going to be the nominee. It's time for everybody to just, you don't want to win. Like I swear, like you're like it's not. And here's the thing: I don't even think Trump would rather destroy all of his nominee enemies than win too. Like it's insane what the Republicans are doing right now. I don't even understand. And they're like, I gotta be real. They're not the best hope, but they're kind of the only hope. You know what I mean? Because
Trump is my guy right now because Vivek's trailing behind Haley. But again, like. Here's the thing, like Republicans.
That's manufactured.
When Republicans lose, they're like, oh man, the polls are wrong. Republicans are winning. Like, look, Trump's ahead by 80 points. Which one is it, guys? Do we believe the polls? Do we not believe the polls? Right. The only poll that I really put any stake in is Rasmussen. I believe they've been like the most accurate, and they're pretty based, and they've been pretty accurate. And I believe they follow me, so I'll obviously give them a heads up.
So there we go.
Yeah, it's obviously. So, I mean, it's one of those things where polls don't mean shit. What means shit is what we see and what we hear. And here's the thing. I don't see anybody flying a Vivek flag. I don't see anyone flying a Biden flag, a Haley flag. Trump has people flying flags with his name on it. Like, I'm not a Trump guy. I will vote for Trump. I will crawl over flaming hot glass to vote for Trump versus Biden. I will naked. I will bear crawl naked with my bulge, as everybody on Twitter knows by now, with my bulge scraping across the burning glass.
You're painting quite a picture here, Mark.
No. So I want you to visualize this, but
I'm good.
I'm wearing a shark fin on my back.
So fucking crazy. You motherfucker, you're insane.
I can literally pleasure myself to that image. I don't know about you.
Anyway. No, I mean, I agree. Like, and I love Vivek. Vivek should.
I love him.
If Trump was smart, Vivek would be the running mate, hands down. The whole Nikki Haley thing, that shit's manufactured. I really that shit's manufactured. Like, nobody fucking likes this woman. She's not actually polling that high. That shit's manufactured. If you want a Democrat in office, vote for Nikki Haley because she's a Democrat. I mean, she really is. And here's my thing. I used to be a Democrat. I used to consider myself a Democrat way back in the day. But you motherfucker, like the Democrats now are not the Democrats of old. They're fucking crazy, right?
Hey, did you get that email I forwarded you from that crazy guy?
No, wait, let me check.
Oh, it's so good. It's about us being Zionists. So one thing. So I don't know how I got
us, meaning me and you?
And Cernovich. So Mike is in it too. Because what happens is, I want to be real. Like, even if I don't read Cernovich's posts, we've been friends for so long. Like, he'll share
dude's got way too much free time. He
wrote a thesis. So Mike Cernovich he'll like just repost my stuff, and I won't even really read or I don't necessarily agree or disagree, but I repost a lot of things. just things that get me thinking. My reposts are not my opinions. Not unless it's Alan's. I generally agree with him, but reposts are not always my opinion. I've reposted Obama. I've reposted Biden because I'm like, I want to spread what they're saying so people can see it and say, wow, that's an interesting thing to think about. So I do not comment on Israel and Palestine. I refuse to because it's too polarizing. I have a lot of really good friends who do not agree with me or might agree with me, and I just don't want that drama. And honestly, here's my God's honest, I don't care. Like, I don't care what's going on in Israel. I care what's going on in America until we get rid of our $33 trillion budget, a deficit, until we get rid of homelessness, until we fix the border. I don't give a shit about Ukraine. I don't care about Israel. Oh, but Mark, your mom literally served the Israeli Defense Force. I didn't. I've never even been to the damn place. Right. So I don't care. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Palestine. I do care, but it's a hierarchy of needs, right? Right now, I'm an American, and we are in a bad spot. So all of my resources will be focused on fixing America. I don't have time. I don't have the mind share to give a shit about Shlomo and fighting with what I'm not going to make an Arab name. I'm going to get canceled. I can say Shlomo because I'm Jewish. Yeah. I'm not going to say Habibi. I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it, Alan.
I'm not going
to say Shlomo is fighting with Habibi. Not going to say it.
We didn't say that.
I did not say that.
I'm reading this guy's email, and he's like, so I don't have Alan's email from Every Damn Day Fitness. It's pretty easy to get, actually. But he openly admits to wanting to violently attack anyone who hates Jews or Israel or so on and so forth. The only time I can remember saying anything like that was when I was saying that if people were calling for the eradication of Jewish people from the river to the sea, blah, 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 and they do it in front of me, that you are my best friend besides my wife and my son, and I would have a problem with it, and I'd probably fucking take it to your ass. Because you're not going to talk about killing one of my friends and their entire family, as well as many other people I know and I'm friends with. You're not going to talk about eradicating them and not catch a beat down from me. Yeah. So dude can say whatever. I'm not saying I want to violently attack anyone who hates Jews. You can hate Jews and you can hate Israel. You can just shut the fuck up when I'm present.
Yeah.
Because that's the important part. You have freedom of speech. You can say it in front of me too. I'm just letting you know what the ramifications are going to happen. You're not going to talk about killing one of my best friends and not catch a fucking smack. It's not going to happen. Mark is taking chicken out of the oven, by the way. Okay. So this young gentleman sent Mark literally a dissertation of an email. I only read the first paragraph. I'm not going to read the rest of Psycho's fucking stuff. But Big Oscar, if you're watching, I'll tell you this: you're allowed to hate Jews and people from Israel, and all you want. You're allowed to talk about it. I'm just letting you know what happened in my physical presence. I don't understand. I'm old school like that. Like I will do. I have an understanding wife, and she knows who the fuck I am. 2, I've got bail money, and I've got rich friends. So I don't got a fucking problem smacking somebody in the fucking head.
I got bail and I got rich friends.
I mean, shit.
Oh man, who who else had rich friends? Epstein.
Yeah,
and he's also he was Jewish. That's a Jewish name for sure.
Yeah. So here's I'm going to check now. We cannot possibly still be monetized, by the way. I just want to.
No, we were off, and then I refuted it, and it put me back on, but I'm sure it'll go off again.
Yeah, because we're about
tends to do that. It's trying to figure out where we're going with this conversation.
Yeah.
The algorithm.
Like these ADHD motherfuckers.
The algorithm does not know what to do. It's like, wait, they're talking about baked chicken. They're talking about Mark's bulge. They're talking about crawling over glass. What? With a shark fin?
Yeah. The shark fin's a nice touch. I just gotta say.
You know who's my new favorite podcast is Club Shay Shay, man. That was insane. Yeah. His Cat Williams interview. That was you sent it to me. You sent it to me literally. It's like you were watching what I was watching because I literally was like, dude, Cat Williams just went off.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, If you guys haven't seen it, Club Shay Shay is Shannon Sharp's podcast.
It's amazing.
And he had Cat Williams on that motherfucker for 3 hours. And Cat Williams, in almost every minute of it, drags a different fucking Hollywood comedian.
Steve Harvey.
Oh my God, he destroyed it. It is abundantly entertaining for me because I'm not a big Hollywood fan, but it's abundantly entertaining for me. And I mean, he even talked about he's talking about like people on the list and stuff like that. Like, and for those so that's the Cat Williams thing. Before we ADHD'd that, we were also talking about the list being released. The actual full release will be on the 21st, I believe, of this month.
Is that the full release?
Yeah, it's the 21st. But they've already released caches of documents, and a lot of them point to, like, Bill Clinton is named like 90 times.
I think we safely say Bill Clinton's a pedophile. I mean,
so
we can safely
say that.
Allegedly, unless the WHO or the CDC says he isn't, then everything the WHO and CDC says is correct.
Absolutely. Bar none. The thing about this, what I would like to point out to everybody is, it is so prevalent. His name is mentioned so many times. He made so many trips to this island. It's impossible for his wife not to know. Yeah. It's absolutely impossible. Like, if anybody needed any more evidence that she is a objectively horrible person, this is it. Because I knew he was bad, but Jesus Christ.
Bro, I mean, I can't even yesterday I go to a place called In Motion to get stretched now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, my wife's like, where are you going? I'm like, if I can't go get stretched for a half hour, Bill Clinton ain't going to an island.
No.
I don't care how bad your marriage is. You can't just go to an island. Dude, at the end of the day, I think Hillary is probably into weird stuff too, like watching it.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, probably. Hey, I wanted to get to something real quick because this is something me and you talk about all the time. Mike Jack says, why do you guys ignore all the BS Trump does?
We don't. We don't.
I mean, I think we were the first people to say, this last in 2020, we were like, what the fuck is Trump doing? The problem is you're asking me to, the reason why I'm behind Trump now, nobody's beating him for the nomination. Nope. And I'm looking at the direct future. If we do not close the border by next year, America's gone. Gone. We cannot keep importing millions of fucking people who are not here to assimilate. They're here to invade. There's a big difference because immigration without assimilation is invasion. Period. That is basic. It's a very basic thing. If you have immigration, illegal immigration especially, and they are not even trying to assimilate to our culture or assimilate their cultures into our culture, if they want their culture to come with them, that is an invasion. That is not immigration. And it should be seen as such. And since it is as such, it is actually the federal government's job to close our fucking border. It is the federal government's job to have it closed, which is another reason why I would never vote for Biden. I'm telling you right now, I do not know, it would have to be fucking Epstein or somebody like that that's running against Biden for me to vote for Biden. It would have to.
Did you
have
see?
To be somebody, go ahead.
Did you see the federal government is suing Texas for enforcing their border?
Here's my thing.
The government, we need.
I almost just said something that would have got us banned.
Yeah, I'm glad we're both ADHDing out today. So the bad thing is, I'm hoping Texas secedes. They actually have something that they won't. But they almost have to. No. What if a federal judge says, "Yep, Texas, you can't enforce your border." Texas should be like, "No. We're enforcing the border. Done. If a federal agent comes over these borders, we will arrest them and we will extradite them or whatever." I don't know what the hell you do, but this is a point where Greg Abbott can say, F you, we're enforcing our borders. No matter what a federal judge says, this is our state. 10th Amendment, bitch, fight us. And then Tennessee, the volunteer state, Tennessee is literally named for the fact that we fight shit we're not even supposed to be in. Yeah. Tennessee's like, damn, we haven't been in a war in 6 days. And then Texas like, yo, Tennessee, hey, we're fucking up some shit in Mexico. You want to come with us? We're like, cool, bro, let's go. We get on our horses, then we go fight shit. That's what Tennesseans do.
People need to grasp where we're at in history right now. Okay, and I don't think people really do. If you're not, there's not really there's no two more important issues than government corruption and our border. None.
Yes.
And they're very tied. Government corruption even leads all the way into the Epstein list thing because once again, they know who these people are, and as you see, nobody's arrested for there is somebody in jail right now for selling children to these people for them to do deviant things with, and that person is in jail, but the people that did the deviant things and paid the money to this person is not. It's
weird, isn't it?
It's just absolute corruption on a very massively disgusting level. Yet alone that even Musk said recently that the government is facilitating illegal immigration right now. They're actually trying to get people to come across this border. We should be deporting every single one of these motherfuckers. So if for some reason Biden has his way and gets elected again, I don't think that it's too far off that Texas secedes, to tell you the truth. I not only Texas, but I can see we're removing Trump from the ballot places. Do you know what happens after that? After presidential candidates are removed from the ballot in different states? Do you know what normally happens after that? War.
Civil War. Isn't that what happened with the first one? Wasn't that part of it? I know they removed Lincoln. I didn't. Yeah. To my defense, I haven't read about it, and I'm not going to comment on it. That's why I'm asking. I did read something. I think it was a tweet by our boy Mike Cernovich. So the problem is that it is unilaterally removing the will of the people and installing a government. So, Trump, the problem is so the whole premise of democracy, they keep saying democracy. It's our democracy, a threat to democracy. The whole thing of democracy is innocent till proven guilty. Trump has yet to be found guilty. Indictments do not matter. Indictment is basically a charge.
Yep.
Indictments don't prove anything. Indictment is saying, hey, we feel, again, it's feel because a judge and a jury has not heard it. We feel that we have enough evidence to prosecute you. And then a jury of your peers or a judge or a grand jury will find you either guilty or innocent based on the evidence that we have collected. Being indicted means fuck all.
Yeah.
I mean that it means you're probably going to pay a lot in legal fees, but it means fuck all. Who is it Dershowitz who said you can indict a ham sandwich?
Yeah.
So the problem is they're like that bitch from Maine with the receding hairline. She's like, oh, well, he 14th Amendment. It's like he hasn't been found guilty of that. Right. You have to find guilt. You can't just say someone's guilty and it become true. He's not guilty. He might be guilty, but he hasn't been proven guilty.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He hasn't been proven guilty. It drives me fucking nuts. If they can do this to someone who literally has towers with his name on it, what does that mean for us?
That's it exactly too. Like Trump said something at the very beginning of his political career that I think people don't necessarily understand. It's obviously proven true right now. They're after us. He's just in the way. That shows to be more and more and more prevalent to me every single day. The thing is, and you were just talking about democracy. A true leader of the United States should actually not be pro-democracy because we're not a democracy. And it drives me crazy. We should be democracy is how democracy, the world being this fucked up in the last 3 years, that's democracy. That is the majority mind rules or the loudest voice rules is what it is. Because it's not even the majority because the way it works in our society today is that the actual appearance of being more popular makes it happen. So I think that 1% of the population actually gave a shit about pronouns. But since the mainstream media and everybody made it this big thing, it was an issue. That's bad. People should be able to have the freedoms. We're based on individual liberty. We are a constitutional republic. You can have your opinions. They just shouldn't affect me unless my opinions affect you, right? And that's where we're at. It's fucked up, super fucked up that we're that Barbarian Hawk. We are a constitutional republic. The fuck yeah, we are. We are a constitutional republic, and that's how we should get back to doing. the only way I see us getting back to a constitutional republic is either a convention of the states or national divorce. I mean,
Yes.
we're not going to vote our way out of this. I say it all the time. I'm
I
voting.
think that's the problem, though. We need to try. Like every single governor who was pro lockdown got reelected. From
Yes.
I'm going to say it, Greg Abbott to Whitmer in Michigan, they all got reelected. Now, I voted very happily for Bill Lee because he never even mandated masks.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, okay, did he do everything right? By the way, shout out to Bill Lee for taking the time out of his schedule to come and congratulate my son's team for winning the championship. Shout out to Bill Lee. He has, I don't care what that man does. He can literally nuke Tennessee. He has my vote just for that.
Awesome.
It was a beautiful moment. The kids had no idea who the fuck he was. They're like, why are we taking a picture with this guy?
Yeah.
They're like,
Too funny.
and he didn't look like Bill Lee because he was in an Auburn cap, which was embarrassing enough after they got stomped. And yeah, he's in an Auburn cap, and Coach Chris, he's like, hey, that's Governor Bill Lee. And Bill Lee goes, hey, I heard you guys won the championship. Kids are like, who's this creepy old guy? Preston's like, we're not allowed to talk to strangers.
That's awesome.
He said that below his breath. Yeah, Preston's accusing Governor Bill Lee of being on Epstein's list.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Not to his face, though. He knew it was a joke.
Somebody posted, we're a constitutional republic, but we're also a democracy. It's in the Constitution. It is, but we are a constitutional republic first with a democratic government, right? We are not a democracy. There's actual language matters. Like saying we are democracy, we have democratic processes, but we are a constitutional republic. The democratic process is the voting process. We are a constitutional republic. When they start skewing it, like name one time you've heard Biden call America a constitutional republic. Name one time you've heard Trump call. Well, I've heard Trump call it, but I mean, that's the important thing. We need to start realizing that individual liberty and freedom, that should be placed above anything else. It's what I said before. That's where people should unify around, no matter whether you're black, white, gay, straight, trans, fucking, like you think you're a fucking dog or you go by demon pronouns or anything like that. If you want the freedom to go by demon pronouns, I would highly suggest you not vote for Biden. I would suggest you vote for Trump. Because if you want the freedom to call yourself demon pronouns or fey pronouns or whatever fucking pronouns you want to fucking call yourself, eventually they will squash that shit just as much as they breathed it. They breathed it into life. They will squash that shit. You know why? Because once they have control, once a tyrannical government has complete control, they want everybody to act the same way. They don't want there to be like, individuality. Individuality leads to rebellion. You get what I'm saying? So while you may think like they're on your side, tyranny is on tyranny's side. Tyranny benefits a few, very small group of fucking very powerful people, and everybody else gets enslaved. That's what happens. It doesn't benefit people in the long run at all.
You notice that communist countries don't have religion, and we speak as two men who don't practice religion. I'm agnostic, and Alan is atheist, although I do claim the Jewish thing when it benefits me, as we should. No, but so communist governments generally outlaw or forbid churches. If you notice for example, in China, you don't hear about religion in China because government is religion. So what's become religion for these people is the pride flag, is BLM, is the fact. Have you ever wondered why the same people have all the same beliefs? Ukraine, BLM, LGBTQIA plus 645 and all these different causes, but they're all believing in the same thing. Antifa believes in government forcing vaccinations on you, which is weird, which of course, if the CDC says that's the way to go, I agree with them. So I'm just wondering, guys, you ever hear Tim Pool? I watch Tim Pool. I know a lot of people don't like him. I really like Tim. I've met him. I've spent time. I've been on his show. I love the guy. And Tim will say it's a cult. It's a religion. And if you look up what a religion and a cult is, it's the same thing. It's the belief in the same shit. Even if it doesn't make sense, it's faith. It's faith in shit that doesn't make sense.
Right. I completely agree. And it's the thing is, people just don't realize that it could happen to them. Like they think they're winning right now. What basically has happened is on the left, a bunch of fucking losers who have been scared to come outside were given power in 2020 by telling healthy fit people and healthy fit strong people that they were in fact wrong, that you need to hide inside, and then they were able to try to extricate us from society. And then, like now, we're at the stage where we're at here, where they're basically using these people who are fucking half insane to begin with to try to like lead a revolution against actual freedom. It's fucking crazy. Oh, by the way, Mark, Loveliner, you deplore obese people. Saw a recent post of yours. Very disappointing. Mark.
This is the guy. Is this the guy who on Instagram sent me that hate message? Who I shared his name? Yeah, it sounds because he was really mad. So I never said I deplore obese people.
I do.
Well, Alan does. I want to help them, and by not calling fat people, by not calling it by what it is, it's being fat. And being fat has led to so many societal issues. Here's the deal. I want to ask you, Mark Runka, I want to ask you this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Why do you want people to die?
Right.
Why are you such a depraved, disgusting, sociopathic individual that you want people to die?
You'd be willing to lie to people's face.
Let me tell you what I've done, Mark. I've given thousands of hours to community service helping children stay fit so they're not obese when they grow up. I've actually put on events to help diabetes in children. I have trained people for free. I have put out dozens of ebooks on how to lose weight. I put my money where my mouth is. The number one comorbidity in the world right now is being fat. The number one comorbidity is obesity. By not fixing this, we open ourselves up to another C word, to another pandemic. We open ourselves up to heart disease. We open ourselves up to everybody cared about overcrowding of hospitals, right? We open ourselves up to loved ones dying. We open ourselves up to more diabetes. We open ourselves up to more cancer. We open ourselves up to death. Absolutely. I will fight and I will make all the enemies I have to. If it will save, what about whatever happened to if we can only save just one life? If we can only save just one life. Unlike the people who said that before, who ended up killing a ton of people as collateral damage, me helping obese people get skinny or get lean or lose weight, all it does is save lives. It does not damage your life. So I ask you, before throwing stones, you don't even live in a glass house. Honestly, you're just a horrible, despicable human being who has the fortitude of a prepubescent female.
Right. So reality is, like, I don't hate obese people at all. Deplore, man. If you're gonna wallow and become obese and keep yourself there, I deplore your actions. I absolutely deplore it. Any fat person that's not trying to lose weight, I deplore it. I deplore you. I'm not a fan. Why do you hate yourself and society so much? But us, like you're saying that you would rather lie to somebody's face than tell them they are fat, than to like actually acknowledge that being obese is bad for you, society, the planet. I mean, if nothing else, after 2020. How we are still fat now as a country, yet alone fatter than what we were, is insane to me. Like, it's insane. Get healthy. Like, I mean, you're a drag on society. I mean, if nothing else, you are literally a drag on our healthcare system. Get healthy. What the fuck?
I gotta bring it up why it's personal. Alan, do you recall why my father died?
Yes, obesity, diabetes.
He died from diabetes. Okay, so if I offend you, and I mean this with all due respect. If I offend you, you little bitch, if I offend you by trying to get the message out that we can do better as a society, that you can live a better life. Dude, I am 43 years old. And during my son's football season, I was in there without pads, running around getting hit by kids who are really good, actually, with pads. And I'm keeping up with them. And I coach 4 hours a day. Dude, my strain rate on my whoop strap is at 11 when I coach. Okay, I couldn't do that. I couldn't enjoy this time with my kids. I couldn't help other kids reach their goals if I was obese.
Right.
Okay, I want everybody to live the quality of life that I'm living, which, by the way, Mark, is fucking awesome. And hopefully you're doing better for yourself, and hopefully you're not enabling your loved ones to die early. If that's the case, then you are a sick bastard.
No kidding.
Where is he? Why is he not commenting anymore?
I don't know. I mean, it's to the point now where, dude, I mean, I've heard that same scenario, that same shit for like so many years now. Like, oh, you hate obese people, you hate obese people. I mean, you know how many people I have helped? Like, I've coached over 2,000 people to health. If I hated fat people, you know what I would do? I would encourage them to eat more. If I hated fat people, I would encourage you to drink all the soda, eat all the pasta, eat all the cake and all the donuts that you could fit in. I would make sure that everything that went into you had some sort of very serious high glycemic effect and calorie density to it. Like, you would never drink water, you would always drink soda. You would never, ever, ever eat steak, you would always eat cake. If I really hated fat people, that's what I would suggest to them. Because you know why? They die faster.
Yeah.
That's reality. Reality exists. If I actually hated them and I detested them, I deplored them, and I didn't want them to be around anymore, I would encourage their own self-harm on a daily basis to, in fact, end them quicker. That's what I would do. But instead, Mark and I have dedicated a huge portion of our lives, my wife, everybody, Ambrosia Collective, we have dedicated a huge portion of our lives to not only giving free advice daily, I mean, literally fucking daily from me and Mark, literally daily, free advice from us on how to get healthier. We have created like incredible supplements, alchemy, no morbidity. I just shared the link to be bought at Ambrosia Collective that have helped people lose hundreds of pounds, like hundreds of pounds, individuals. I have an entire file full of people that have lost anywhere from 50 to 150 pounds using no morbidity and alchemy in like a year and a half. Like the supplements Mark has formulated and we put out, I would put in a head-to-head test against any of the injectables, and I guarantee we'd beat it. I fucking guarantee.
Without the side effects.
Without the side effects.
Without the side effects.
And you're gonna say that you're going to like take a fragment of a phrase that Mark used, twist it to a way to make it seem like he hates fat people.
Well,
you know
so
what?
it was on that reel I did.
Yeah.
And it was like basically, you know, we got to do something about this. Like we need to stop. And I said the word fat, and fat is literally a medical term. It is a medical term. Over fat is a medical term.
That's right. Look at this. Look at this right here. Boom. We have helped this man lose 230 pounds, Mark. Like our supplements and my coaching has helped this man lose 230 fucking pounds.
You know what? And this guy, this is the one I think who attacked me, because he's the only one who's come at me, the one I shared on my story. And it's one of those things where it's like, dude, like you just want to be offended at that point. Right.
I mean, that's the thing. Like I'm sorry. I am entirely nicer to fat people than somebody that tells a fat person they're fine the way they are. I will argue that forever. You know? Yeah.
For me, it's like if you had so for example, we did that Rumble in the Burrow, which was awesome, right? Remember that cute she was that blonde lady, her son died. Her son has this he's dying. I mean, it's terminal, of this very rare cancer. So she starts this organization to help people with cancers that we don't really know about, these rare cancers. Right. Because breast cancer takes up all of the funding. Stop giving to breast cancer, give to other cancers. All right. Breast cancer is crushing it with the funding. There's other cancers that need it way more. And so she starts this organization to help kids with cancer because she cares about kids with cancer. So that doesn't mean that she hates kids with cancer. It means that she doesn't want other kids to get what her son has, to go through what their family has. And I don't want anybody to feel the way I felt when my father died. That sucked. Coming home from football practice and my dad being carried off in an ambulance after having a coma. A stroke, and being in a coma. You know, it's like, I mean, just guys, I think you have to understand why we come from where we come from.
Absolutely. And Mark did follow up with the first video I gave a thumbs down to on this channel. I don't know if you mean Mark's channel or my channel, but if it's my channel, I can sincerely say this. I don't give a fuck.
No, I like the engagement. Give me all thumbs downs. I just want the engagement. That helps us.
If people thought that I gave a shit about being liked, I could have not said shit for 4 years. Like, I could have just kept making fucking content. Like, I could have easily done that. I do not give a fuck if you leave a thumbs down, if you report a video. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If you are that, give a thumbs, frankly, you giving a thumbs up or thumbs down helps me. I don't give a shit. If you don't like, don't fucking watch though. Don't be like, I'm a subscriber and I really don't like this. Bitch, get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. If you are so upset that you just can't, you're so disappointed, I don't care. Unless you are my mama, my daddy, my wife, my son, or Mark, or one of my very close friends. Very close friends. There's very few of them. If I disappoint one of them, I'm going to be like, damn, I'm sorry. But if it's anybody else outside that circle, this is my response. I do not give a fuck.
He gave the double. He gave the double finger. I don't know. Like, I don't like a lot of people, and I don't go and tell them I don't like them. Like, I just move on with my day. Yeah. You know, I hate Jimmy Kimmel because he betrayed me. I used to be a huge fan. I was a huge Kimmel fan. And then he became a piece of shit, a government just sheep. Same with Mark Cuban. Now, I will say I hate Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, he betrayed me as a man. Like, dude, he was like my business idol. Him and Dana White. Those were the guys. I was like, damn, these I love him so much. I used to always put I used to always post like his quotes in my Instagrams, like Mark Cuban quotes. I used to literally look them up and I'd post them because I love Mark Cuban. And then once he sent his goons out to go snitch on restaurants for trying to pay their bills during the lockdowns, I was like, man, Mark Cuban is such a piece of dog shit. Like, he is just the worst. And so I actually legit will go in and talk shit about him. But like, he's actually doing things that are hurting people. We're not. We're doing things that are helping people.
I mean, just in the chat alone, there was a whole list of people who we've helped, who helped change their mind frame, stuff like that. So here's my thing, guys. Like, I mean, you can like me or don't like me. You can't say I'm wrong. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you like me or don't like me, that's kind of irrelevant. But every time I talk about obesity, it's factually based and proven by tons and tons and tons of actual real world data and clinical data. Like, anytime I say, like, maybe you shouldn't eat sugar first thing in the morning. Guess what? You cannot like me. That's still 100% true.
It's infallible. It's just infallible.
So, like, it's like, you know, you just hate fat people. Me saying you shouldn't be fat and it's not attractive, that does not mean I hate fat people. That's just true. I mean, me saying that it's unhealthy, it's just true. Me saying I find it unattractive, that's just true. I didn't think I was sexy when I was fat. You know, what the fuck? You know, like, oh, by the way, I saw a picture of you. You shared a picture of you today with a huge fat face. Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, I was so awesome as a fat person, though. Like, I love being fat. I'm not going to lie. It was awesome. I'd go and just eat, and I didn't care. It was like, dude, like, I didn't count macros. I was just like, oh, the more fattening, the more, because I was doing it for sport. So it still was very unhealthy. But again, I knew the risks I was taking, right? Yeah. I was like, I need to go to college, and the only way to do it is through football, and I need to get big as fuck. So I got big as fuck. And I thoroughly enjoyed being fat. I'm not going to lie. I was athletic, but so Preston, he lost 20 pounds since football for wrestling.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he's half the kid. He's like 105. We have to wait. We're weighing in tonight. So today he's eating very little. I know it's not it's wrestling. Wrestling's not a mentally or physically healthy sport. Just get over it, guys.
No, it's not.
And he's done it smart though. Like, we gradually, like, he did one wrestling. He didn't just drop it. Like, he did one match. He went from 120 something to 112, and now he's wrestling at 105. We're staying there, but he just got there. So like today, he weighed in at like 105 even this morning. I'm like, well, we're just going to have to keep a scale near you. And we'll literally, like, it's at that point, we're just going to have to go in the sauna if we have to and come out. And once you're at that weight, we drive right to the weigh-in. And it is what it is. It's wrestling. It's not, again, I hate weight-based sports, but, you know, there's a reason they have weight classes. And it's not like he's losing 10 pounds. He's losing 0.2. Like, that's literally taking a pee. But yeah, so what's really crazy is, Yeah, he's an absolute monster. I can't wait. Thomas, by the way, he just won his first match. I'm going to the next one. So he just won 10-4 versus the kid who beat him before. So he's actually getting better. So what's really crazy, what you're talking about Civil War earlier, and I hate to bring it back, but please. I remember when John McCain was running against Obama, and John McCain, somebody said like Obama is he's Islamic, this and that, and McCain said no, Obama is a good Christian man. We just disagree on what's best for this country. That's how it used to be. Yeah. Now Biden literally puts a commercial out saying that if you vote or voted for Trump, you are a domestic terrorist. What the hell has happened?
We have that right here. If you want to take a look.
Oh my goodness. Hey, there's Tim. Hi, Tim.
We have it right here.
Holy shit. Look at his views. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We need to get on that level.
Tim kills it. Tim kills it.
He's destroying
track
it.
Is out and it's killer. In it, he says, you're the problem. Joe Biden released a new commercial, the first of the new year. In it, he says, you, my friends, are an extremist element that must be stopped. This guy's insane. But I want to play for you this ad from the Biden administration, Biden and Kamala. And you can understand what he has to say about how he views you, the American people, and those who would vote to preserve its institutions. He calls you an extremist threat. Make no mistake, my friends, the Biden administration and those who would vote for him are effectively brain slug rotted individuals. They're zombies. They're NPCs. They don't really pay attention to what's going on in this country, and it's terrifying. We need to simply inform these people. I truly believe that there are predominantly two kinds of people that are voting Democrat. Now, there's evil people, but mostly it's the ignorant and the fearful.
Or just the mean people. They're just fucking, like, people that revel in it, you know?
Absolutely. I think most people are just ignorant. And so I don't mean to be disrespectful in calling them brain slug people. No. Okay, I take that one back. What I mean is they're not paying attention. So they're marching in lockstep, not realizing what's going on.
Yep.
We inform them, we share videos, wake them up to what's happening, and these people will agree.
Hey,
Marion Williams.
Let's get to the central issue of let's get to the video.
The juicy part.
Yeah.
The majority. We are the right side of history. Let me show you this ad from the Biden administration. You can hear what Joe Biden has to say about all of you. Let's roll. From MSNBC Post today, because I don't know how else you find the video.
I've made the preservation of American democracy the central issue of my presidency. I'm getting free and fair elections and the right to vote fairly and have your vote counted.
You still can't speak.
There's something dangerous happening in America. There's an extremist movement that does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy. All of us are being asked right now, what will we do to maintain our democracy? History's watching. The world is watching. And most important, our children and grandchildren will hold us responsible. The Vice President and I have supported voting rights since day one of this administration, and I ask every American to join me in this cause. America is still a place of possibilities where the power resides with we, the people. That's our soul. We are the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. I'm Joe Biden.
How dare this piece of shit?
No shit.
How dare this piece of shit say we stand for voting rights when they're literally taking the number one contender off of ballots for not being convicted of anything? Like, how fucking this? Look, I don't care if the fucking Secret Service comes to my house right now. Joe Biden is an evil person. He is a bad person, and everybody around him is vile. Everybody who votes for Joe Biden is either misinformed, stupid, or evil. Yep. Nobody who votes for Joe Biden, I don't care if he's running against. I mean, at this point, is he much better than Hitler? At this point, is he much better than Hitler? What he's done to America, letting people just flood over the border, what he's done to and lied, and what he's done to incriminate Americans who did nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Americans, like, dude, that guy from Proud Boys, do I agree with the Proud Boys? I don't even know what the hell they stand for, to be honest with you. The guy wasn't even at January 6th, and he's in jail for being at January 6th. How does that work?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, too, right? Where are the Republicans with the January 6th people? Like, why aren't they demanding their release? It's also like you brought up something earlier that like the ADHD grabbed onto, but you talked about McCain, right?
Yeah.
When McCain ran was the first time I thought the Republicans don't want to win. You know why? Sarah Palin. Like who fucking thought she should be a fucking vice presidential candidate? And who let her just talk? You know what I mean? Like I mean
I can
they
see
don't
Russia from Alaska.
There was just like my wife and I always laugh at the one Saturday Night Live skit with Tina Fey, where Tina Fey literally just recites what Sarah Palin says. She doesn't change a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's comedy, right? It's comedy that writes itself. That's where I got the phrase from. And I just find it weird that they don't want to win. But what Biden just said, I'm sorry, but that's a declaration to me.
That's a declaration of war. It is. He should be arrested for treason, for declaring war on half of the population of the United States of America.
Yes,
but,
absolutely.
But the thing is, it's again, like if they can do it to Trump, if they can do it to Enrique, whatever that guy's name is from Proud Boys, if they can do it to, look, there's a lot of people, a lot of guys who were just at January 6th as press who are getting arrested. They were there under direction of actual press because the press is not on their team. If you're not, look, if the Republicans were doing this, I'd be just as mad.
No shit. This can't stand. Like we need to, like, again, as I said, we need to decide, like, everybody raise your hand if you want freedom. Okay. Now let's fucking let's do what we need to fucking do here. Right? You know what I mean? Like let's everybody raise their hand. We're all good. Let's make sure we know what the fuck we're doing. Like let's make sure we're all together. I want you to be free if you want me to be free, and I don't give a fuck what you want to call yourself as long as you don't demand I call it to you. You know what I mean? Like it's freedom, right? So fucking crazy.
I'm like I don't think any. So the thing is, like, I saw a meme the other day. I love memes. I send you memes all the time. That one this morning was so funny with the guy with the last name.
I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, there was a. Where was I getting at? So yeah, I totally lost my train of thought.
I don't know.
Oh wait, what was I? What were we talking about?
Memes, and then Biden and evil people.
Nah, it's gonna have to come back.
Too funny.
You should see me in corporate meetings. I'm usually good at coming back to that, but the problem we have now is that we have one side who is playing to win. Unfortunately, they're also the side that wants everybody who doesn't agree with them to die.
I agree.
Whereas
100%.
here's what I was getting at. Here's the meme. So the meme was like, every American is pretty much just like, I don't care what you are, just leave me alone. And then trans people are like, listen to me now. You got to hear. Like we were talking about this at the gym today. A couple of my buddies, like, we don't, like, when do I ever come up to you and go, hey, I have sex with chicks?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I've never told you how often my wife and I fornicate. Like, that's none of your business. Why is what you do in the bedroom anybody's business? I don't care if you're gay. Be gay.
Yeah.
Do gay stuff. I don't care if you're a man dressed as a woman. Dress as you please. A lot of what I wear, it's shitty outfits anyway. I don't have style. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I feel like I want to dress as a furry. Be a fucking furry. Don't care.
Don't care.
When does who you have sex with, why is that your identity? So I have sex with an Italian woman. Does that make me Italian? Like, what the I'm just trying to figure out why someone's sexuality is even in the conversation. Be gay. Fuck
on both
dudes.
Sides. On both sides.
I don't want to
understand.
hear any of it. Like, why? Now, if you're black, you're black. If you're white, you're white. Those are immutable characteristics that we're born with. We can't decide. Yeah. And I argue that, look, man, like,
Marc.
I know one. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So so we have a friend, both of us have a friend who his dad was a religious man, and he married a woman, had kids, and then was like, I've been faking it the whole time. I really like dudes. And he marries a guy, and he's still friends with his wife, and they, basically co-parent because he was born gay. I do believe there's something about it. Like, I've been in a lot of locker rooms. I've seen a lot of naked men. Never once have I thought to myself, wow, I would really like to have sex with that individual.
Yeah.
However, if I walked into let's say a female beach volleyball locker room, I'd be like, holy shit, this is amazing. So what I'm saying is, like, I don't care if you're gay, but that should not be your identity. Same as my identity is not banging Italian chicks. Your identity, Jewish by injection. My mom used to say that.
Oh my God.
My mom is a sick person. But as I said, like, why is who you have sex with your identity?
I have no idea, but I do think it's basically a tool used to separate people. I mean, it's like, and I always point this out. Me and you've talked about this many times. This issue had been settled before 2020.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, gay people had marriage. They had, like, what are people looking for? Like, I heard somebody like, trans rights are important. I was like, what rights don't trans people have? Like, the right to cross the street and not be made fun of. Nobody has that fucking right. That's not a right.
Have you not seen my social media? I get
no
made
shit.
fun of all the fucking time. Me and this bald guy over here, right?
All the time. All the time. You know what I do most of the time? I laugh because some of that shit's funny as fuck. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, but for me on Twitter, it was always the penis comments. That's all it was.
Holy shit, dude. In case you guys aren't on Twitter, if you're not following Marc, gay Twitter found Marc because he posted a picture in his
posing trunks. But I don't. Just for the record, when I don't look at my pictures and look at my posing trunks.
Right.
I'm like, hey, but I wasn't even thinking. It was like, I need to post something. Let me do a throwback. Oh, here's one. Click.
Yeah.
And then it just got really weird. But I don't, like I said, like, I don't judge people by who they have sex with. I judge people by who they are.
Yeah.
And that's why we have gay friends. Like, we have our friend Aaron is the gayest man you will ever meet.
Yeah, he's gay. He's not just gay. He's gay. Like, he really is. Like,
he's so gay that if a gay guy sees him, like, dude, that guy's gay.
Dude, like, you got, like, when he starts drunk texting you sometimes, it's like, Aaron, stop. You're like,
he did that last New Year's, not this New Year's. Last New Year's, it got weird. This New Year's, I think he fell asleep or passed out or both.
It's been a while, but he's like, so what you doing? I'm like, sitting here next to my wife, Aaron. What are you doing? I'm drunk at a bar. Like, have fun.
And it's the gayest bar you've ever been to.
Yeah. And he's the gayest person in the bar.
Oh yeah. Like, he's so gay that other gay people say he's gay. Like, he's a nice guy. He says some things that are out of pocket, but like, so do we. So I'm all about, like, see, the thing is with libertarian based, like, we have principles, we have morals, we have ethics, but I don't judge other people. Like, I have a video going up about OnlyFans. Ashley Sinclair.
Yeah.
She made this post and she's like, well, I don't even meet these guys. They just send me money and I don't even I don't even know these guys. I'm like, huh. So I did a video. I'm like, who am I to judge? Like, would I want my daughter doing that? No, but here's a woman who's literally paying all her bills because some dudes are simps. Like, that's just called being creative with how you make money. She's not actually do you consider, like, you are technically a sex worker. You're selling sexual things, right? But you're not actually doing sex. So you're not a prostitute. No. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not judging. More power to you. You go, girl.
I think it's more adult entertainment than anything. And I, dude, you know me. Like, I as long as nobody else is getting hurt and everybody is of legal age and everybody's consenting, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I truly don't care. It's not that
like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, no shit. But it's like, it's this weird thing where people have gotten, like, everybody wants to be in everybody's business, and I just want people to leave me the fuck alone. Like, I swear, like, if I could just be left alone, I wouldn't have much to fucking say. But I would even leave the obesity shit alone if it didn't actually, to a certain degree, if it didn't actually impact society the way it does. And to be real, it's a little different because, like, if people are worried about who other people sleep with, they're not hurting each other, right? As long as it's consensual. Yeah. An obese person is hurting themselves every day. Like, I mean, like, it's the huge difference, you know?
Yeah, I just think we really want people to live.
Yeah, we want people to live and be happy. What the fuck? I mean, be happy, motherfuckers. What the hell, you know?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what, whoa, Jessica, guy sent you 300. So you're a sex worker now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? So the posing trunks, I did get offers, Alan, for that joke
I'm sure.
post.
I'm sure.
And but it was all dudes. But I will tell you this: there were 2 females who snuck into the DMs.
Oh my!
They slid right in there, and they were. I checked. I had to check, and they are real women, and they are very. I could share these. These are great, and I'm just very happy that I don't. I like attracting men. Right, I'll take what I can get at 43. But if I can get just like a 1-to-100 female to male ratio, I feel that's fair to ask.
Yeah, I recently had funny thing you brought up. I recently had one of the fucking the Twitter sphere like manly bro guys
God.
like the dating coaches, right? And like he was like, well, what would you do if a gay guy hit on you? I'm like, thank him for the fucking compliment. What the fuck?
Yes.
The penis sucking is completely optional, dude. Like you don't actually need to do shit. Like somebody walks up and says, you're hot, or can I buy you a beer? Like I'm like, well, no, I don't drink anymore, but thank you for the compliment. It's weird.
I'll do that for females too. Like if a female DMs me and compliments something, I'm not going to be like, I'm married. Don't talk to me. I'm like, well, thank you very much. I'm married. So,
Yeah.
but I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
nothing like take a compliment. Like, and even if they mean it in a way that they want you to, be adulterous, you're the one who makes that decision. Right.
Yeah,
and it's not cheating to say thank you or to be cordial and nice. You don't have to be like, oh, bitch, I'm married. It's like, dude, just be nice.
Yeah, just because you take the dick doesn't mean you need to take it in the ass. Or
Whoa.
just because you take the compliment doesn't mean you need to take it in the ass. Sorry, ADHD was fucking worried about shit there.
Yeah, I look, man, I love everybody. And if we all just compliment each other, it's like, hey, if a man who's gay says I'm a good looking man, I'm like, well, thank you. Oh God.
That went very crazy very quickly. So,
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not homophobic. I'm just not gay.
either.
There's a difference between being not gay and being homophobic. I love women. Like boobies are amazing. I love everything about women. I've always loved women. I love my wife. I have no intention of being gay, but that doesn't mean that I can't respect somebody else who has that, that who likes men, who's a man. Like we all love Brokeback Mountain.
well, I've never seen it. I mean, I'm being very honest. I've never seen it.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
I've heard it's a good movie. It's never
There's
been
some
on my list.
uncomfortable parts. Like I don't like seeing dudes kiss. It's not my thing. So there's parts where you're like, I don't know, but
Yeah. It's like I just don't. It's not something I'm going to sit and watch. I don't think it's that theatrically important for me to sit and watch Brokeback Mountain. But anyway, the end of point. We started on like the list and Biden and Republicans, and now we're on Brokeback Mountain.
we even brought up Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it, go watch all 3 hours of the Club
So
Shay Show.
good.
It is.
I mean, but he's on weekly, and also his nightcap with Ocho is so
Yeah.
good. I'm a big Ocho Cinco fan.
Yeah.
Anybody who changes his name to his number is just somebody I really like. That's commitment.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, go watch all 3 hours of it. It is of Cat Williams just destroying people. It's amazing. Somebody says I'm lost. It's easy. You got to watch from the beginning, or you're going to be lost. It is what it is. So
We're all lost.
yeah. All right, dude. We've been at it about an hour. I know you got a kid in wrestling right now. So
Yeah, he's got another a couple hundred matches in front of him. There's 7 mats, but he won 10-4 versus a kid who beat him earlier this season. So very proud of Thomas. He's been putting in the work, and
Yep.
he's a sociopath, which really helps in that sport.
Yes, it does. It does. Mark sends me video clips all the time of his son, just like brutalizing these other kids. This last one, this kid who's apparently very good,
Really
tried to
good
just
kid.
try to kind of turtle up, and Thomas just picked this dude up by the hips and flipped him over and pinned him. I was like,
was-
God damn,
it
that's
was
like
awesome.
that's a mugging. He just took his lunch money, you know.
Oh man. Yeah. So all right, man. So I guess we'll do this next week. I don't
hell
travel
yeah.
anymore, so let's go.
Hell yeah. And then I'll message you later on today. I want to figure out travel for maybe the launch in Sprouts and
Sprouts?
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we
hell
could either go. I could either go there. Or you come here. I have a camera guy here, so Cross can handle it here.
Yeah, we'll go up there.
And it's
So,
cheaper
all right.
than California.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's only $30.
And the whole no shit, the fucking jet lag brutalized me for like 2 days on the way
it
back.
brutalizes me for 2 weeks. That's why they're like, hey, you don't have to travel as much. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah,
And
no kidding.
yeah, so we film it here and they'll edit it over there.
Boom. All right, that sounds great, man. And everybody else, by the way, I'll be back live here in about 20 minutes. I'm going to do 2 more lives, and then I'm going to cook dinner, and me and the wife are going to watch some movies. So I'll talk soon. Mark, thank you very much, man. And everybody else,
right.
thank you.
Thank you, guys. Peace.
Out.